lot acting goofy and want to comment on it a little bit. First, let me put this on over here. There we go. There we go. Why does it look like funk? Let me see here. Let me see where I can put this where it'll. Let me see if I can just take it on out of there, because I'm trying to do this with one hand, and you know how aggravating that is. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm just sitting down here on my bed. Just sitting here on my bed and talking to you. You know who you are. Okay. So, you see what's going on here? There's some funny business going on. See how difficult it is for me to show you anything here? Okay. So, let's get that thing that go away. You see there? What's going on there? That's what you call being sandboxed. Okay? You know the video I recommended to you yesterday? See where I put that? I say, here's the live stream I was talking about. Subscribe to her and you shall be in the loop. Okay, so I told you there's going to be a fight. And I said, go watch this live stream by Vicki Dillard. And it doesn't take a rocket science engineer to figure it out. Okay. And so now I just barely opened up Facebook and they're removing it. So in case Vicki Dillard .tv on YouTube, I guess there's your channel. If Vicki Dillard is watching, this is what they're doing. See, they've got the label, and this is on the opening screen. This is before you go and you select anything. This is just when you click on Facebook, and it puts all kinds of different stuff in there. And so that's on the first page. But probably if I click on myself here, let's see what it does when you open up the page. Wow, where is she? Yeah, they are blocking it. So I'm gonna go in and check and see if her whatchamacallit is still posted. Maybe she moved it or something. And then I'm gonna reload this up. Okie dokie. And so how's my signal coming out? Let me check myself here, and then I'll go reload her stuff up. But yeah, obviously they don't want the people to know about this. They think that something can, that, that it can all hell can break loose, basically. So let me just check my signal real quick, and then I'll tell you what I've got in the works. Been watching some YouTube here, but I just want to check my signal so that I'm not, speaking for nothing. I've been telling you about. I think there's two of them. because she was wearing a red hat the other day, and it did not look like her. Um, and her name doesn't fit her. Most people like that have a different name. But anywho, let me check my signal here, and then I'll tell you what I've got going on here. Okay, there's me. Hopefully the volume won't be too loud. And it shows that one person is in here, so that's probably me plugging in here. DJ, what's up? Okay. DJ said hi. It's actually got a picture. I, um, so the signal seems to be um okay, not too bad, but I mean it's not great either. But so here's what I've got going on. Before I do that, let me move the main, which is supposed to be the main uh main phone that transmits, right? I think they just want you to move the phone so they can see what you're doing, to tell you the truth. So they get access to the whatchamacallit, to your camera. Okay, so there I am. I'm gonna put this on this. See, a lot of people came in here. I still get a little bit camera shy, what's actually called stage fright. And I'm going to be talking about this. Right now, the weather is very, very pleasant here in California. It's very pleasant, calm. It's not hot. It's not cold. The sun is shining. All you need is a good, dependable vehicle to take off and do stuff. But a lot of us don't have that. We're feeling the foot of the oppressor on our necks, and but so right now it's very pleasant weather, and it's here in California, the Central Valley. I'm about 70 miles southwest of Fresno, California, for you people who are not familiar with California. So right now is the perfect weather for me to do that video that I was talking about. Because where I live is it's racist. Okay. And like I told you, any place that has 98% or greater one racial ethnicity is racist. Why do you think other racial ethnicities do not move in here? You think they're treated nicely? You better think again. And so I've got this idea to help remedy this situation. And while the weather's perfect for me to go out and do that, so I'm planning on doing that. But also, I've got another arn in the far, and that is I'm going to be talking about these YouTube vertical live streams. Okay, there's some things going on with it. There's some changes going on that they're actually telling the people about. So I'm gonna be commenting on this, and because I've also got a background in psychology, I majored in psychology. I'm going to be talking about people's behavior, which is rather annoying. Okay, but I'm going to be talking about different people's behavior on these video live streams. So I've got quite a bit of information, and I'm also going to comment on one particular person who's doing these audits, who I've kind of like relate to a lot. So I'm going to be commenting on this too, because a lot of people are just barely getting started on here. And there's all different, they come from all different walks of lives. There's beautiful people, there's ugly people, there's nice people, there's mean people, you know, green, red, yellow, blue, white. The whole thing is on here. So you got a lot of different um, things going on. People are interested in different things. I'm going to be talking about people's behavior on this new free flow of information, which I did the calculations. I don't want to give you all the numbers, but I'll be giving you the numbers. I had to ask AI, right? Because you can't do the calculations on your calculator. So I had to ask AI, and AI gave me the numbers. So that's what I've got going on. So look for those two videos. It's for uh, it's a business idea for someone who will completely change the what's going on around in this area, particularly on the west side of California. We have two interstates or two freeways. We have a 99 freeway and an Interstate 5 freeway. It'll particularly change what's going on over on the west side. Okay, the west side and the east side are different as night and day. This stuff that I'm going to be talking about. And so I think it's time for a change. Okay, so I've got this idea. I'm going to have to drive in my car and go out there and make the video. But this other video that I'm going to be talking about people's behavior, all these people that are jumping on here and doing live streams, I'm going to be doing a psychological evaluation on what's going on, what they're thinking. Okay, so stay tuned. Thanks, people in the comments. Stay tuned, or hit the like button, double tap the screen. I don't know if double tap works on replay after it's been loaded up, but if it doesn't, just hit the like button, share the video, and I'm also going to give you two websites that I'm going to double check right now, make sure they're both working, and to take us up to the next level on what's going on with these free flow of information on YouTube vertical live feeds. And I've got some ideas which I've talked about before, and I'll talk about them again. Ideas for the engineers who are actually working on this stuff, because when it's all said and done, it's about money. They're making, who knows how much money they're making. They must be making big money, I guess. But I've been reading up on what's going on over there. They are working on different changes and stuff, and there are things that are, lawyer is going to have to start being involved in this as soon as it starts catching on, which it is already. It's about defamation of character. That's defaming, and different type legal stuff. There's all kinds of different things that these videos, it's going to be very, very powerful, and there's a lot of things going on which I'm going to talk to you about. stuff that I've been seeing has to do with all these people who are making these video live streams, even though it is virtually non-existent compared to the amount of people there are on planet Earth. There's just so much potential there. It's just it's really something. And so stay tuned. I'm going to present this information, especially if you are I guess they call that a content creator, especially if you're actually making these video live streams like I'm doing right now. You are really something else and unique. And so stay tuned so that I can present all this information with the behavior that's going on, and this new behavior that is evolving or materializing in on planet Earth. There's a new psychology, new behavior, and this is what I'm talking to you about. I don't want to give you all the information, but this is the stuff that I'm going to talk about. So it's going to be some psychology and all this, mostly for these people who are doing it right now or want to get on here and do it. Okay. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, I'm about to put a shirt on. I was gonna put a shirt on and then go do this out in the living room, but I guess I just got a little bit lazy. So I'll put a shirt on next time. That's really funny about the glasses. That's hilarious. How did I get enough subs? Don't worry about it. No, I'm just kidding. I've already told that story over and over again. I used to build parasite zappers. Okay, they're controversial. I was the only person building them. That's how I got so many subs. I used to have thousands and thousands of subs. Okay, hold on. One message held for review. Okay, Rojas Fam Adventures. Sorry, but I gotta boot you. All right, we'll talk to y'all later.